And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Kene Nwangu with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Faking the handoff. Howell. A pass underneath for Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. First down, Howell to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Dolphins at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Howell throwing on 1st down here. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Evans, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Bulldozes past him. So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10. Second down, Howell back to pass. Caught left side, Williams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Off play action. It's Howell. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. That's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Powell. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that. But
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Powell, he'll look to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Wilson. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Howell throwing again after the pick 6. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Howell. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Channing Tindall picks up his second sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hearns brings it in. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Get that quarterback.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Mike 18. Kill.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 3-yard line.
Fournette running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, here's Howell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. He'll buy some time right. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 70. And the Jets are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Wilson wants to throw it. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Howell's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to throw, Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Howell. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Third and long, here's Howell. And incomplete on the deep ball.